Barrydale, hey! Wow, Mickey, it's been a little while, but that's because there's some changes happening, and it's not just the weather.
We're going through changes. Sorry, I've been reading Ozzy Osbourne's autobiography of late, so that's probably
Where that comes from. Okay, for those who don't know Mickey,
that was a duet with his
learn.
daughter in the early 2000s. Went to the top of the charts. But let's get off Black Sabbath for a second, yeah. And yeah.
Well, I do see a little bit of a black cloud above your head, and it's got nothing to do with the weather. So what's going on in politics today?
Dit is mos nou daai tyd van die wedstryd. Al die politieke partye maak hulle self gereed vir die verkiesing. 4 November, baie belangrike dag, veral hier in Swellendam, en dit is nou nogal interessant om te kyk wat die bewegings is. En ek het gister, maandag, as jy dit dalk luister, is op my page, ek het dit gaan pin bo sodat jy dit kan kry, het ek 'n brief moes skryf aan die speaker van Swellendam munisipaliteit. En dit was nou nogal, as jy die brief gaan lees, dit is 'n baie teer subject, veral in die lig wat hier in ons dorp gebeur. Nou kom ek gee vir jou 'n bietjie konteks. Verlede week Dinsdag het raadslid Amanda Swart 'n gemeenskapvergadering geroep by die Voorthuiwensaal. En verskeie lede van die gemeenskap het opgedaag, insluitende die 2 verkeershoofde van Swellendam. En die topic wat hulle daar bespreek het gegaan oor 'n sekere speedkop of 'n law enforcement official wat die lewe vir hulle moeilik maak. Ek dink jy weet wie dit is. Ek dink ons almal weet wie dit is. Dis daai een wat jou aftrek en jy vir jou 'n fine skryf. Of jy nou Gert
so the
of
person actually doing their job.
Of jy nou Gert of Jan of Ben of
Doesn't
Koos
matter
of
who you know, how you connected. The person doing their job is now being complained about. Is that what I'm understanding?
En ja, dit het gegaan oor die vervoer van kinders, dit het gegaan oor die taksies en so. En weet jy wat nie? Elke lid van die gemeenskap het die reg om te kla.
Of course.
Ons mag kla.
Ja.
Maar hoe jy kla is waar die belangrike ding inkom hierso. Nou, ek was nie self by daai vergadering nie, en as ek was, het hulle dalk seker van die goed nie kwyt geraak nie, maar gaan lees gerus daai stuk en kyk wat daar gesê is. En ek wil nou net graag vir Amanda Swart, wat so openbaarlik my kritiseer op haar groepe, wil ek net vir haar en haar luisteraars op haar spesifieke gemeenskapgroep sê, ouens, ek het vir raadslid Swart geleentheid gegee om kommentaar te lewer oor die spesifieke insident. En weet jy, dit is vroue maand. En vroue moet vroue dan amper beter hanteer as wat mans vroue hanteer. Dit voel ek ook op 'n stadium. Wat het geword van sisterhood, jy weet. Maar ek het haar die geleentheid gegee om met my te praat oor wat daar aangaan. En ek is diep teleurgesteld oor wat actually daar gebeur het. En soveel so, dat die ANC nou maar mooi moet gaan dink, dat wie in hulle midde het hier na my kantoor toe gekom en vir my kom vertel wat daar aangaan. En weet jy wat nie, dan is ek aan die ander kant ook bly, want dit sê vir my, binne die ANC is daar mense wat nog opstaan vir dit wat reg is. En ek moes hierdie feite gaan crosscheck het. Kim, ek kan nie net knoppie druk en sê, okay, well, hier publiseer ek nou ietsiekie nie.
Well, you could, but then you wouldn't have a reputation of being open and honest.
Exactly. So en dit verloor mens met een druk van die knoppie, so baie maklik. En my gemeenskap hier buite, love me or hate me, daar is 'n paar van albei.
So might be sitting right across the table at the same time.
Jy weet nooit nie. So, ek dien nie die gemeenskap nou al vir 'n rukkie, en ek het op my vinger op die pols met baie van die goeters wat hier gebeur, en hierdie spesifieke situasie, ek sou my kop in skaamte gesak het, in steede daarvan om nou groepies toe gaan en my te dreig met die en daai, en dit net te vererger. So, baie geluk aan die mense daar betrokke, wat nou besluit het, hulle gaan vir die hele gemeenskap vertel, wie is die rede waarom die valke hier is. Die blootstelling van iemand wat nog deel is van 'n ondersoek van die valke, dit is nie 'n Mickey Mouse ding om te doen nie.
Ja.
En ek hoop nou, van harte, meneer Anton Bredel, het ek mee kontak gemaak. Ek hoop premier Winde, met wie ek nou kontak gemaak het, en selfs meneer Corneille Mulder van die Vryheidsfront Plus, kom terug na my toe met antwoorde. Ouens, hier is vroue maand. Is dit hoe julle vroue wil hanteer? Kom gee my antwoord. Wys vir my dat ons nie nou deur 18 maande se papierwerk moet gaan om iets basies te kan aanspreek hierso nie. Daar is 'n code of conduct
Yep.
vir almal.
Yep.
En as jy in die raad dien,
Mm-hmm.
of jy nou die burgemeester is, en of jy nou net 'n raadslid is, en of jy 'n lid van die verkeer is, daar is 'n code of conduct wat jy moet volg. Jy werk in die publieke domein.
Absolutely.
So ja, dit sal interessant wees om te sien of hierdie ouens nou uiteindelik terugkom en bietjie wetstoepassing doen en die regte gedoen. En weer eens, geensins polities gedrewe nie.
No. So, yeah, I just want to reiterate that in English for those who are listening. As Mickey rightly says, there's always two sides to a story. There's been an opportunity to give one side, and silence kind of says to me more than actually giving an opinion. So we have what has happened, what the research facts are, as Mickey has shared. Stay close. Let's see what comes of this. And my challenge to any public official, and I can honestly say this because I've been a volunteer law enforcement officer myself. So I've been a woman working in a public role, although mine was volunteer, so I didn't get paid, but I was still fulfilling the task. And it's not easy. It is still, as much as we want it not to be, is still a very male-dominated environment. Women do need to stick up for each other in these types of situations.
Definitely.
And but not give a woman different grace. We've got to perform the tasks the same as the men do. We've got the same things to do. But just don't be treated differently and support one another. So yeah, challenge goes out to the community. Challenge goes out to all names mentioned. I look forward to hearing an update next podcast, Mickey. Thank you.
I'll literally be holding my breath.
Please don't. I don't want you to go blue and die on us. In the interim, though, there have been a lot of changes happening in the village. Firstly, you may hear that there's a lot more background noise than you're used to on our podcast. Why is that, Mickey?
We are in the process of moving. Let's call it that.
It's a transitional time.
Yeah. So Ruben and Ant are reopening the hub like it was in the old days, which is excellent for that part of the town, especially that stoop there.
Yeah.
It's an absolute favorite. I can't wait for them to get back on that. And you must see how busy Ant has been this last week. It's incredible. He's a worker ant.
Well, yes. I actually, on my way here, I saw Ruben busy nailing boards out and hammering things. So who knows what it's going to look like when it's done. But I'm super, super excited. And I'm hearing mid-September.
Yeah, it's a second breath for both those guys. And they've got Charles also coming in there and all sorts. And I'm really excited about that.
So there was a call for artists or anybody who does handmade crafts and things like that. If you're interested, contact Ruben, contact Ant, and see if they've got shelf space for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really interesting to see what's going to happen there. And I think it's going to be like a little stop spot when you're at the OK or whatnot, just like Ben There was. But Ben There is now been here.
It's been closer to the bistro now, you know?
Yeah. So for those who don't know, are you officially open?
I'm officially open, but we're still fixing a few little things and finding our feet and making a few. We've got exciting plans. We've got really, really incredible plans for the spot. And I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. You know, you say something loud in Barrydale.
Oh, yes.
And it grows a little tail. Barry tails, you get Barry fails, Barry tails.
So, yes, if you want to be part of the in-progress reel, pop in next to the bistro, between hospice and the bistro. See if Mickey's here. You never know.
When I'm open,
you get
it's
select times. Yeah, his opening hours are when it's open.
It's very Karoo times at the moment. We'll bring
pop in.
structure.
The coffee's still great. It's the same great coffee, Mickey.
Yeah. It's absolutely the best coffee.
Excellent. And yeah, still an interesting view. Lots of people walking past, driving up and down. I mean, if you've spent any time on the patio at Bistro, you will know. So yeah, now you're right next door. And you can support the hospice while you're here right next door as well. So great little place.
That was the main reason for the move. I can't get enough of the stuff in the hospice, you know?
No, it really is epic though.
You know how many doilies I own?
I can only imagine. But speaking of reopenings, it feels like Barrydale has gone back 3 years and like things that were closed and we've sort of lost are now refreshing themselves. Daisy, looking for staff, they're reopening. Yeah. The Rec Club, I believe, had their opening evening.
They did.
I'm super excited about that. So yeah, lots going on. Karoo Saloon is reopened with its new owners. We were both there on Sunday, coincidentally, not planned. But Sunday fun day at the saloon. What an epic time!
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's an absolute winner, and yeah, we're still in progress. We should have the saloon versus bistro darts tournament fully up and running within the next couple of weeks. That's going to be absolutely incredible. And I know Angel's been practicing. Every time I see her at the saloon, she's like, check me now. I can throw a dart. I'm like, okay.
Well, we did play some pool, and yeah, people were beaten that were shocked to be beaten. So it's going to be some interesting things. But just in general, their menu looks absolutely amazing. They were trialing some new things, which we got to nibble on. So yeah, great. Congrats to Garth and Angel. I think what you guys have carried on, you've kept the same feel, the same vibe, the same heart, but you've added your little bit to it, which is super exciting. Yeah.
That is baie lekker.
So what have we missed? We've had a bit of a gap. Netball wise, the last games for the league were played on the 25th of July. And Barrydale Netball Club did very well. 26-7 against Bospanskloof. Like, wow. And then a really, really tough game against the Caledon Tigers, which was closely lost 11-16. But yeah, ladies, congratulations.
And then Kim, we also had the shoes.
We had the reveal. Yeah. So everyone who has been following the podcast may know that we do charity quiz nights once a month in conjunction with the Dung Beetle and the Ice Cream Atelier and Biopack, who've been our regular sponsors. So the previous, not the one this month, but the one 3 months before, the funds raised, we were able to afford our goal, which was to buy new shoes for all of the players. And yeah, Mickey was there to reveal. So go on to the Facebook page and you'll see the videos.
Daai girls het gesmile.
Wow.
Dit is so cool geweest. Almal met hulle kom ons raak vuil soos wit skoene.
Yeah, no, everyone's just super excited now to play again. Unfortunately, our games in Swellendam were cancelled. Opposition couldn't afford the transport through. So it is always a challenge for all teams. But then,
hoe het jy betrokke geraak by die netbal? Vertel ons 'n bietjie, want jy is so involved. Dames en here, julle sal nie glo nie. Kim, you know what? If I was wearing a hat, I'd take it off to you today.
Thanks,
the
Mickey.
effort and time that you put into this is just phenomenal. People don't always see what's happening behind the scenes. Nou praat ons vir 'n paar skoene, né? Niemand anders steek hulle hand op en sê, okay, weet jy wat? I'm going to drive this. Maar jy doen dit vir samrede. Dit is incredible hoe hierdie gemeenskap swaalf in jou begin vleg het met 'n netbal en 'n quiz night en dit en dat, jy weet.
Yeah, I played netball when I was living in Johannesburg a couple of years ago, action netball, well, probably a decade ago. And when we moved to Barrydale, my first night at Bistro, I bumped into introducing myself to people, getting to know people, and Aubrey mentioned that his business partner was coming back from netball practice. And I just thought, what a cool way to get fit. I'd had so much fun playing with my cousin and her friends in Joburg. So, yeah, I'd like to get involved. That was 3 years ago, and I unfortunately didn't have the time to commit and the energy and capacity then. But beginning of this year, Chantal and I have now since become really good friends. And when she said that she was a few people short to get the league, to get all the votes in and get the league and everything sorted, and I'd had 1 or 2 Jägermeisters, and I was like, okay, cool, I can do this. I raised my hand. And unfortunately, the nature of me is I don't do anything halfway. Like, if I'm doing it, I'm doing it.
Voluit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nee, dit is vir my so fenomenaal om te sien hoe hierdie girls kyk so op na jou, jy weet. En dit is hierdie Kim het ons back. En dit is so belangrik and what a great way to actually get to know Barrydale.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
that's why, you know what, Morgan Builders, this is an official challenge. Asseblief kan iemand net vir ons 'n business league aan die gang kry daar by die rolbal. We need to be rolling some balls and listening to some lekker tunes, and we've not had that for a while, and I don't want to get involved in what the politics of the D and die and of it is. And it's an essential part of Barrydale is to be able to go and gooi 'n rolbal in a business league. Look, I'm not a full-time bowler.
No.
But you get to play against the OK, and then you get to play against Agri, and then
It
you
was
get
a
to meet people.
community get together, which was so nice.
En
Yeah.
daar's te min van dit eintlik.
Absolutely. And I think that's one of the things that I've realized with the quiz night as well, is that, so quiz night came from Dietersorg, actually, not from netball. It was a suggestion. John raised mine and his hand to do fundraising for Dietersorg. And one of the suggestions was to do a quiz night. And I just thought, well, one quiz night is not going to cover the 10,000 Rand almost a month vet bill that gets incurred. It's simply not going to get there. So let's do one every second month. And then the other charity I'm involved with is the Netball Club. Let's do one of those every second month. So coming up in September, please support 9th of September, challenge to the De Brains, the reigning champions who have won 9-9.
Oh, 9-9. Sorry.
9-9.
I'm a bit early.
At 7. At 1900.
9-9.
So yeah, that's our next quiz night. But really, really good news I'd love to share from the previous quiz night. So 3 months ago, we set a challenge. Let's see if we can raise enough money for the shoes. We were able to do that. The girls have received them. They're super excited. Going into this quiz night, we set a challenge. Let's see if we can raise enough money to buy collapsible netball posts so that when an opportunity arises, should the rec club, for example, be able to help us out, that we can use one of their tennis courts one day for practice, we've got our collapsible posts that we can just bring through and set up super easy, or we can practice wherever we are. The posts that we have on the court currently are just getting badly damaged. And halfway through the quiz, somebody came and whispered in my ear, Kim, you no longer need to raise funds. I'm donating them.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, the additional funds raised are going to go to team building and training and additional equipment needed. Simple things, skipping ropes, cones, that type of thing.
Terwyl ons nou by die Dangbeetle is, ek sien Janine het 'n unexpected appearance gemaak. Well done, Janine.
Yay!
Terug in die game. Sy was 'n bietjie siek geweest.
She was, and very, very much missed. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to a quiz night with her. Janine's a super epic challenger on a quiz night. She challenges my questions. She challenges the answers. But she makes sure that everybody has the most fun. So, yes, if you'd like to see Janine back in action, 9th of September, definitely at the quiz night. But she's no doubt going to be there Friday, Saturday, this weekend. She is back in full force. That laugh was echoing through the Dangbeetle last night, and it was amazing.
Yeah. So, I think that brings us to the...
Very close. Lastly, anybody who doesn't have plans, or if you're looking for something to do this Thursday at Maker's Brew, Reno is hosting Net for Pret, their debut band sort of breakout. So between 5 and 6, pop into Maker's Brew. That's definitely happening this weekend. Anything else exciting
Dis
happening?
donderdag, nee. Ja.
Thursday night, yes.
Ander enetjie om na uit te kyk is die NG Kerk se Baby maak Barrydale famous.
Ooh.
Another play.
Yay.
Ek het actually gisterond daarin gekoekeloer en net gekyk. Ek gaan niks kan weggee op hierdie stadium nie, maar dit is die 4de September en dit is 'n fondsinsameling vir die kerk, neem ek aan.
Excellent.
Maar die akteurs is daar. Kyk uit vir Hasie. Hasie sal weet.
Oh, interesting. Looking forward to finding out more about that. And save the date, first week in December, Treasure Island Pantomime. We probably at the Karolki, exact times and ticket prices, etc. to be confirmed, but practices and rehearsals are in full swing. Loads of fun is being had. If you've only ever heard my voice, come along, first weekend in December, and you get to see me on stage.
Wow.
That's going to be loads of fun.
I've seen you at the quiz night, and that in itself is worth seeing.
Thanks, Vinky. So,
Thanks.
yeah, I think that's us.
Have a lekker one.
Barrydale, hey!